Hey beautiful people, it's been a while. What you're looking at in front of you is what I've been up to this year. I mean, not entirely just this one project, but I figured the sort of best way to show you what I've been doing is actually lay it all out so that you can see. So when I talk about books, this year I've been trying something different. Been using illustration, or more of an illustrative style, I guess, and actually creating books. The first one's a bit random because it was the first one. This was completed last Christmas. Around that time. It's kind of funny looking back because I've developed so much since, because I've subsequently done this 5 times this year. And that's on top of some of the sort of random artworks and collections that are on my website. New prints as well. But essentially, there's 30 images to each book, or 30 artworks to each book. And what I've been doing is passing them off to an author, who's then writing stories to go with them. I'll show you at the end. You can see the finished book there. It's same images, are just slightly more refined and, joys of high resolution and editing. Post-production. But for each book I've had to do essentially the same, which is create a series of 30 images and a cover, editing, sort of getting the images to where I want them to be and then passing them off. The reason, only one of them's actually published is time and money. It's the issue with self-funding everything. Sooner or later, you run out of funds. But I've not let that get to me this year. I've just been sort of motivated by learning something different and trying something different with what I love creating things more than anything. And these projects have forced me to really think outside the box and really create something I'm proud of, I guess. It's a hard one to really quantify because for me it's more based on how well the books do rather than the sort of quality of the finished product. Because I love the stories, I love the books, don't get me wrong, I love it all, but at this point in my career it's like, I need to see them sell. But it's sort of given me the perfect outlet to be able to explore different ideas, themes and sort of places while still being able to have fun. Make it a more enjoyable process than just creating art, putting it into the void of the sort of social media world and watching it die. Whereas at least with these projects, there's always going to be books. Like next year, there's probably going to be 1 or 2 more of the. Because I think there's 3. I think I did 3 of these, and then there's another one that's just more illustrative, natural stuff. It's a cover for the initial one. But as I've progressed through these, I've slowly got more and more complex with the drawings, and I know it's arguable given how complex some of these are, but I've tried to use it as a way of pushing myself to, well, yeah, continue progressing. The book can be picked up on, well, via, I think it's on my profile. It's also on the author's profile, Amazon, all the usual sort of retailers. So funny looking back at it now, because, like I say, I've done 5 of these projects this year, which is about 150 individual works, and then another 30 odd just random artworks for the sake of it, bunch of paintings. There's loads of stuff. Gotta follow my social media to keep up with it, really, because yeah, if I'm not drawing, I'm painting. If I'm not painting, I'm drawing. It's kind of one of those things. There you go, there's the name of the author. But essentially what they've done is created it so that it's more of a sort of kids colouring book, I guess. But some of the images have turned out absolutely amazing, though. But yeah, expect more books to come, like I say. Working on a few more. Currently working on another project. It's like, as with always finding ways to keep progressing. But you see what I mean? It's like slightly darker and slightly more defined, but hey, it's the beauty of post-production. But yeah, if you want to grab one of these, it would always helps to get the subsequent books out, because, like I say, being independent or independent creators, you kind of got to carve your own path. It's a funny looking book, because, like I say, missed so many of these because I've just been focused on what's next. Haven't really had the time to appreciate what I've done, but as you can see, it's a lot, and a lot. There you go, that's the ISBN number. Expect more videos. Like I say, there's always working on a number of projects, trying to keep the website /archive going, and yeah, like I say, working on something a bit more enjoyable, less contemporary art, more sort of figurative. Well, I say figurative illustration. I mean, look at what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a bit crazy, but shh. But like I say, I will be posting more as they get published, and as we get as we progress with these things. That's why I laugh when people tell me to frame some of my work. It's like, you don't understand how much I create. And especially with these, because each one of these is done on like high quality paper, so yeah, kind of baffling to see it all laid out. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Let's see, as the subsequent books come out, I will do another video and showcase more of the illustrations. If you like what I do, make sure to like, subscribe, all that usual jazz. And as per usual, I'll be back. That's right. Amazon. The Adventures of Alfy.